up. Just be careful of that hole.
I'm with Chattanooga Dispatch today, and I'm walking around here after this horrible battle, talking to these soldiers. Here's a young man. Let's see if we can talk to him. Hey, fella, can you give me a little time to talk? I'm with Chattanooga Dispatch, and we'd like to get a report on what you've been into today.
Oh my God, I've been in a horrible fight today.
Could you give us your name and your rank and who you're with?
Well, I'm private with 41st Alabama Infantry. I don't even remember my name at this point because I'm so shocked.
I understand.
It's been a horrible battle.
I understand.
When we left Demopolis, Alabama, there was about 1,000 of us, and there were 700 of us before this very fight. And I don't know.
How many do you think your casualties are? Take you a drink of water, boy.
I don't know how many casualties, but a lot of my comrades are now dead out there on the field.
You're alive. That's a good thing, right? You're alive.
Praise God.
Praise God.
It's been a horrible fight. Let me try to calm down.
Who's your colonel?
Colonel Stencil. I believe he's alive. I don't know. General Hanson is our brigade commander.
We've heard that Hanson got hit.
Yeah. The 41st Alabama, we were in one of the rear lines with the artillery and advanced with the artillery up to a point. And then the artillery unlimbered and took positions. Let me start back. On December 31st, we were held in reserve. And we didn't see much action at all. I mean,
y'all were in Murfreesboro, right?
We marched through Murfreesboro, and we took positions on the other side of Stones River, where we are right now.
Right.
And or where we were yesterday, and then we were in reserve, and we got called into action late in the afternoon. Breckinridge called us into action, and we sort of felt around for the Federals. We didn't see a single Yankee at that point, but we sure heard them. We heard the artillery going off, and we were like, well, this isn't good at all. But Breckinridge kept most of us in reserve. When we finally went forward, we couldn't see a whole lot, and sort of poked around and such, and we managed to hit them a little bit. Most of the Yankees we saw were prisoners of war as they were being moved to the rear.
Right.
And didn't have any time to talk to them neither. They wouldn't let us. They were moving them to the rear, and they were just there. Now, January 1st, we didn't do anything much. We were resting and relaxing. And then just this other day, January 2nd, we went into action. And, oh God, we moved forward. And as I said, there are 700 of us. 700 of us. So we were like, we saw the Kentucky boys in front of us. They in like 4 regiments, they only had like 600-700 guys themselves. So we were the largest regiment in the entire brigade. So we were sort of the reserve for them to fall back on. Well, as we moved forward for the attack, the entire division moved forward. Palmer's brigade and such moved forward, and Palmer's brigade and Vaughn's brigade, and well, actually Vaughn was somewhere else, but Palmer was Tennessee. And then there was another Alabama brigade behind us, and
so General Breckinridge ended up throwing the reserves in?
Yeah. I mean,
it's good to have you. It was good to have you there.
Well, General Bragg wanted us to push the Yankees they'd come outside the town, and they were threatening the town. And they were on this hillside. There was nothing to it. We we were like, okay, we're going to push them right off the hill. Well, we got to that hill, and we started to advance beyond the hill. We thought that the fight was pretty easy. And then we saw across the river there all this Yankee artillery. I mean, as soon as they saw us, it was over. We couldn't do nothing. We were getting pounded by Union artillery, and we had to fall back. We had to run, in fact. And it was horrible. It was the most horrible thing I've seen. Men getting cut in half and everything. And it was around this time Hanson was hit. And Colonel Lewis took command of the entire brigade, and Breckinridge sent a runner and told him to fall back. Well, we fell back originally past the hill, and all of a sudden the Yankees come over the river. It looked like a whole division of them had come over the river there and moved forward against us. Well,
that's when cannon had opened up on you guys, right?
I don't know how many cannon. It was a lot. It was a lot. I couldn't count them all. I mean, it was that horrible, and it was just a boom, and most of us had bloody ears because we couldn't hear.
From what I understand, you inflicted quite a lot of casualties in that river on the Union side.
Well, we had inflicted a pile of casualties. All I saw on the 31st was tons of Yankee casualties, and today it wasn't like that for them today. They really hurt us bad, and I just got word that we're gonna end up going all the way back. We're supposed to march all the way back to Tullahoma at this point. So I don't know. It was a horrible fight, and the Yankees. The best part for them was after their little attack, their counterattack, which pushed us completely off the ground. Then they moved forward, and they took the hillside back, but we were thinking they were going to launch a major counterattack. Breckinridge rallied us near the artillery pieces, which was just north of Murfreesboro itself.
He come close to capturing those pieces?
Nowhere near. They come close to trying to capture them. If they'd have pushed us with any sort of force, I think they probably would have captured them, because we were in no condition to fight. So it was horrible. But they sent out skirmishers to try to push us back, and guess what? We pushed them back.
You pushed them back.
And then we were like, well, we won the battle, I think.
Private, what is your name?
My name's Robert Abbott.
Mr. Abbott, I thank you for this interview. You seem to have gotten your composure back a little bit by sharing with us. I wanted your name so that I could put it in to the people back home in Chattanooga and all the way through Tennessee, and we'll try to get all this information back down to Alabama for your family.
Thank you. It's
try to get you copies of the paper, son.
If we're here in a month, we will be, but I don't think that we're going to be back for a while.
How you think about this weather compared to Alabama?
We marched in, and it was raining and snowing and ice, and it's been raining, and it's cold, bitter cold, and we're in the mountains of Tennessee here.
I noticed your uniform and noticed that you don't have a greatcoat on today. Some of the others do.
They were lucky. They grabbed some of the guys in my own regiment when they were passing through the Union camps. Guess what they found a whole lot of?
It's those blue Federal greatcoats.
Yep, they sure did. I weren't that lucky though.
Maybe you will get lucky yet.
Well, I hope, but we got to withdraw now, and I don't know when. I don't know what we're going to do. This was our last great hope. This was it. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.